Israel's President Reuven Rivlin said he will announce his choice for Prime Minister on Wednesday after meetings with the parties that captured seats in the 120-member government. Observers say Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu would be the most likely candidate after his right-wing party Likud won the most parliamentary seats. Environmental protesters in London are planning mass disruption in the city's busiest streets in an attempt to draw attention to the issue of climate change. The protesters plan to block traffic from today at 10 a.m. local time, and protest leaders say it will continue day and night and could last until Friday, urging the government to declare a climate and ecological emergency. Sudanese protesters pushing for a quick transition to civilian rule after President Omar al-Bashir was ousted and staged a sit-in outside the Defense Ministry on Monday. Protesters shouted freedom, with troops gathered of 3 army personnel surrounding them, but the protesters joined hands and refused to move. The military council said it was restructuring the Joint Forces Command, appointing a new chief of staff for the army and a deputy as protest continues. South Korea's President Moon Jae-in said he will try to get another summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un after the second summit failed, with U.S. President Donald Trump citing unreasonable demands. Moon wants to regain some momentum, which could possibly lead to the denuclearization of North Korea and more bilateral engagements. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has received her highest approval rating since taking office due to the handling of the Christchurch mosque shootings. A Brampton political survey showed 51% of the respondents was their preferred prime minister, climbing 7 points since February. After the attack, Ardern promptly labeled the mass killing as terrorism and started to make adjustments and amendments to help in preventing another attack. Britain privacy regulators wants to ban children from being able to like posts on Facebook in an attempt to protect their online privacy. Under new rules currently being consulted, tech firms will be prohibited from using nudge techniques that encourage children to keep using a site. The code also calls for high privacy settings to be on by default and robust age verification mechanisms. Violators face punishment including massive fines, which could amount in billions. With your World Outside reports, I am Rachel Bain reporting.